Phillies of the New York Mets. It didn't go well for the Phillies. In fact, it was one of the worst losses for the Phillies in a long time. NBC Sports Philadelphia, home of the authentic fan, presents Game 2. It's the Mets and the Phils from Citizens Bank Park. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy along with John Kruk. Now, we did not televise the first game, but we sat here and watched all of it. We sat here and watched all of it. It wasn't pretty. John, you've been involved in blowouts. Now, this is a Phillies team that's just 2.5 games out now in the National League East. They did not look like a team that was 2.5 games out.
No, we had a lot of problems today containing Eli Manning with his 3 touchdown passes on the day. Yeah, it was just not a good start from the beginning. Rosario right there, first pitch of Ranger Suarez's big league career, and he takes him out over the center field fence for a homer. But then you thought, okay, everything's right in the world. Reese Hoskins going to hit a homer. We'll tie this thing up. You know, Mcneill Franco's been swinging a good bat. He'll take a guy deep, Oswald deep right there. All right, 2-1. Everything's good. Third inning, Nick Williams. Well, you know, Nick's been pretty good this year swinging the bat. He hits one about 430 feet. Everything's great in the world. And then disaster hits. They couldn't field the ball. Michael Conforto gets jammed, hits a little roller to Franco. He bobbles it, can't get it out anywhere. And then Rosario, you know, you think a guy hit one 400-something feet would hit one farther than that, but he didn't. Franco didn't even make that throw, Tom. There's no way you eat that ball and let your pitchers try to go to work. You throw it away, 2 runs scored, and then the bunt right here. You know, Alfaro's been so good throwing to second base. He airmails that one into center. Another run scores. And then the fly ball, you think, all right, good, we're out of the inning. Everything's good. You know, he's still got a chance. Reese drops a routine pop-up, and some more runs scored. And do we have to go with more? Jose Bautista right there with the grand slam home run. 4 of his 7 RBIs on the night, or on the afternoon. And for my sake and my health reasons, they will not show any more of these lowlights.
All right, well, Jose Bautista's grand slam, he didn't even start the ball game. It's a career-high 7 RBIs, the 24 runs allowed, the most since 1929 by the Phillies. In fact, for the Mets, the 24 runs they scored, that is a franchise record. Yeah, it didn't start well, and it certainly didn't end well. In fact, the Phillies used 2 position players to pitch the last 3 innings of game number 1. Guess what? It can only get better. Game number 2 is upon us. It'll be Zach Eflin on the mound for the Phils. He'll be opposed by Steven Matz. Lineups and first pitch when we return to Citizens Bank Park, and yes, hopefully, a better outcome. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. By Toyota, the national clearance event is going on now. Toyota, let's go places. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at ibx.com. up in game number 1 are hoping that a new game will give them a totally different perspective. They start the night, at least right now, 2.5 games out in the National League East, and they need a win tonight, and hopefully an Atlanta Braves loss to the Colorado Rockies. That game is just underway. We'll keep an eye on that. Gabe Kapler met with the media about 20 minutes or so ago. He was not happy, obviously, the way the game went. He was appreciative of his position players being able to clean up 3 innings and preserve the bullpen. And he's hoping that, like a lot of other times during the course of this year, that his team can turn the page on what was a horrific and just flat-out embarrassing game number 1 here at Citizens Bank Park. So the lineup is much different for the Phillies. It's much different also for the New York Mets. The Phillies are just waiting for Zach Eflin to give the high sign before they head out to the mound. There's Jeff McNeil, who did get a chance to pinch hit in game number 1 of the doubleheader. Tomorrow, the Phillies will see that guy right there. They don't have to worry about him right now, but they'll see Noah Syndergaard tomorrow night. But first, they got to take care of today's ball game. They got to take care of this game and hopefully get a victory. They'll see DeGrom on Saturday. There's Zach Eflin ready to make the start. He is the 26th player on the Phillies roster, which each team is allowed to add a 26th player for the doubleheader. But Zach, of course, is part of this Phillies rotation as well. Yaxel Rios was added in between games. Ranger Suarez was sent back to the minor leagues. There's Carlos Santana, who didn't start game number 1, but it will be in the lineup for game number 2. Justin Bohr started game 1 for the Phillies. All right, John, the best way to cleanse your mind from a terrible first game of a doubleheader is to get off to a good start and win going away in game number 2.
You know, momentum is your next game starting pitcher. Zach Eflin's pitched great his last start in San Diego, only giving up the 2 runs. And I think this is a beneficial thing to the Phillies. If this was a split doubleheader, think about the 3 hours you have to wait in between, and think about I'm not going to say the bad word. I almost came out. What we saw in game 1.
Yeah.
And now it's you get your, you change your uniform, you get something to drink, you might get a little snack or something, and now you're right back out playing again. I think that's the best thing for the Fighting Phils.
Well, the umpires have exchanged the lineup cards for today's ball game. Let's take a look at our Nissan upgrade to the technology of tomorrow today. The Mets' dominance over the Phillies, it's been vast. 44-22 record since the start of 15. They've out-homered the Phillies 112-56 since the start of 2015. They've dominated here at Citizens Bank Park. That's ridiculous, to be honest with you. But they've been the better team, the better franchise record-wise during that span. Certainly not today are they the better franchise, but they obviously were in game number 1. There's Zach Eflin getting set to begin his warm-up tosses out on the mound. And Zach is having a very good year up here in the big leagues. Let's take a look at the Mets lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Well, hopefully Ahmed Rosario does not greet Zach Eflin the way he greeted Ranger Suarez in game number 1 with the leadoff home run on the first pitch. But he'll lead it off at shortstop. Mcneill will bat second at second. And then Michael Conforto will bat third and play left field. And there is Eflin. Eflin is 8-4 with an ERA of 3.57. 86 strikeouts and 90 2/3. John, he says he's all good from his demotion from the roster. And Zach is a very composed, bright kid. I believe him when he said he's all good, and I think that he'll have a comfortable outing here tonight.
Yeah, I think he understands how things are done. We need to make room, so we're going to send you out. Look, he wasn't out long.
Right.
It wasn't like he got sent down. He was out down there for a month when he was pitching great up here. It was only, 5 days, 6 days?
Yeah, he'll go back down after this, but then make his next start.
Yeah, so it's just, will he even go down? He'll probably stay here, right? And just.
Technically, he has to report to Lehigh Valley, but he could stay
All right,
here.
He'll drive up and drive back.
Yeah.
That's easy. Maybe helicopter, who knows? But, he has to come out in this game and dominate this lineup. They've scored 40 runs in their last 2 games. 40. They're due for a 0. Maybe they're tired too from running around the bases all day.
Well, Rosario swings at the first pitch and lines it over the head of Rhys Hoskins. The throw into second base is not in time. And Rosario, who was 4 for 7 in game 1, starts off game 2 with a leadoff double. This is how he started off game 1. Now, Ranger Suarez, in his first major league start against the Reds, gave up a couple home runs. He didn't give up many in the minors, but he gives up one here in the first pitch.
Yeah, now I'll hit up, I mean, 3/4 way up the batter's eye. And you can tell the pop off the bat of Rosario. He got a live bat. You know, and he likes that first pitch fastball.
Well, here's Jeff McNeil, the rookie. McNeil in game 1 was 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. Had a first pitch fastball outside.
Didn't he make an out against Kingry?
Yes, he did. I had to think about it. There were so many. Well, there's so many boxes that are colored in.
You kept score for that game?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I had to refer back to it for this game. That one's hit well out to left field. Hoskins on the run and reaches up. He can't get it. Rosario held up, so he'll go to third. Back-to-back doubles, and it's second and third with nobody out. John, this is not starting well.
I thought they might be tired, but apparently they're not. You know, normally you would think that was a good pitch. With runner on second, no out, you got to think McNeill's trying to pull the ball. He throws two-seamer down and away, but you know, different game nowadays. When you know, and look, he did his job, but you know, let him get one here.
Not two, but they're going to get two. Conforto rips one to right field. This is going to be 3 consecutive extra base hits. In fact, 3 consecutive doubles. It's 2-0 New York here in the first. You got to be in total shock.
Yes.
If you're a Phillies fan.
But you know, it's I'm almost at a loss for words, and that's tough to do. But you know, you got to start mixing it up. You know, they're first ball hunting.
Popped him up.
There you go.
Mcneill.
I mean, look at it. 4 batters, 3 extra base hits, 2 runs, only 5 pitches. Let's throw a breaking ball first pitch down and away and see if they'll chase.
Here's Austin Jackson. Jackson was 3 for 7 in game 1 with 3 runs scored. And a fastball at the knees. It's 0-1. Austin Jackson picked up by the Mets. He's been with the Giants this year, among other teams. That one's out to right field. Nick Williams is there. 2 outs.
If you didn't look at the left side of our screen where it has the score, and you saw 2 outs, 7 pitches, you think, man, Eflin's dealing. The problem is they got 2 dang runs.
Yeah. With 3 consecutive doubles. Here's Bautista, who didn't start game 1. Brandon Nimmo started game 1, grounded out to third, but did so when the ball hit his index finger on his left hand on a ground ball. He left the game. X-rays were negative.
Has anyone ever thrown a complete game and given up 18 runs?
A complete game, 18 runs. No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. He can throw 9 innings with this pitch count.
Well, oh, you mean Zach? Yeah.
He's not giving up no more. That's it. He gave up 2 in San Diego. How many innings? 6?
Yeah, 6 innings.
6 innings.
He was lifted for a pinch hitter.
Yeah, so he'd give up 2. That's it.
6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 8 strikeouts against the Padres. Mark Ripperger is behind home plate. Two balls and 1 strike to Bautista. Now 3-1. Mesoraco, who didn't play in game 1, was probably chomping at the bit in the on-deck circle. Roman Quinn played in game 1. He pitched.
Yeah.
So did Scott Kingry.
So did Scotty.
Hit ball 4. That'll put runners on first and second. Oh, Bautista, as we said, didn't start game 1, but he had a career high 7 RBIs. Our Toyota turning point. That's a grand slam.
Yeah, Mark got him 0-2 and tried to throw it. It looked like he overthrew that split and it just stayed up and middle in. And that was our Toyota, one of the million Toyota turning points of the game.
Yeah, Mark Leiter allowed 7 runs. All 7 were unearned. 4 hits and 3 walks.
Yeah, you know, when a team struggles and, you know, one day they might make some errors and then the next day the pitching might not be good and whatever, and then the offense doesn't hit. They had it all working in that one. And they got it all out of the way.
One ball and no strikes to Mesoraco. Mesoraco hitting .220 with 9 home runs and 28 runs batted in. That's a really long foul ball.
I think he might have been a little ahead of that one, Tom.
Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
Out front, just a hair.
The Mets have had 44 hits in the previous 2 games. Swing and a miss. Good curve. 44.
They got what?
They have 44 hits in the last 2 games. And that's not counting this one. So 47. Counting this one already. One and 2 to Mesoraco. Opposite way. Nick Williams is there. And the inning is over. 2-run score for the Mets on 3 straight doubles. No errors. 2 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Phil's down 2-0. Let's take a look at the Phillies lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Well, after Cesar, it's Wilson Ramos who had a nice night last night. And then Nick Williams, Rhys Hoskins, Carlos Santana hits 5th, Franco 6th, and the bottom third of Kingry, Eflin, and Quinn. And they will face 27-year-old left-hander Steven Matz, who's 5-9 on the year. Just spent some time on the disabled list with a flexor pronator injury. An ERA of 4.5. He has a 2.53 record against the Phillies. He's pitched pretty well here at Citizens Bank Park. Well, it's funny to look at the offensive numbers from game number 1. You know, the Mets have 7 at-bats, 7 at-bats, 7 at-bats. The Phillies, basic, 4 at-bats, 5 for Bohr, 4 for Cabrera, 4 for Hoskins. Cesar was 0 for 4 with a walk in game 1. On the year, hitting .256, and he bunts foul. And it's 1-1.
I got a blank scorecard.
Why is that?
Well, there ain't nobody's name on it.
Oh, so you got to do it yourself.
Yeah, this is going to be work. Get it done by the 9th.
Matz's last start before the injury, 2/3, 8 hits, 7 earned runs. That didn't go all that well for him.
You hate to wish ill on anyone, but wouldn't mind seeing those numbers here today.
Yeah, it would be nice to get
tonight.
some runs if you're the Phils. Cesar is 0 for his last 14, trying to break that here. And he lines one into left field, a base hit. So he does break that. A leadoff single. And Wilson Ramos will stroll to the plate. Ramos provides us with our Geico quote of the day on his debut. Today is a special day, especially for me, my Phillies debut. I remember feeling the same in my Major League Baseball debut. I went 4 for 5 in my MLB debut. This one pretty similar. It made me feel excited. I want to show everybody here what I can do, and that's what I can do. Certainly nice to see. He had the error earlier in the game yesterday, and then the Phillies were down 3-0, and he helped them come back and win the game. I think that's the thing too, John, is that you don't want to harp too much on game 1. But the fact that the Phillies had arguably their best win last night, or one of them, against the Red Sox, and then they come out and put a clunker up in game number 1 today.
Yeah, you know, is there an emotional letdown after a big win against the best team in baseball, and then you play, you know, one of the teams that aren't very good in baseball, and do you let your guard down? Do you go in overconfident? You know, so many things. It's just, you know, whatever it was, that was one of the ugliest games I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not pretty. 2-1 to Ramos. Two and two.
How many times do you think Wilson Ramos has hit second in the big leagues?
Probably not many.
Carl?
Although you never know with the Rays, because he was their best hitter in the dirt, or one of their best hitters. Here in 2018, he didn't bat second at all for Tampa. Batted third, batted fourth a lot. In fact, this is the first time, John, in his big league career that he's batted second, and he strikes out.
I think they watched some tape on his first game as a Philly.
They might have.
Hitting all those fastballs to right center, and Matt's throwing breaking balls and changeups. See the changeup there by Matz, and just had little change of speed, got Ramos out in front.
And now Nick Williams. Nick hit a monster home run in game 1. I mean, it went up into the Mets bullpen and then hopped up onto Ashburn Alley right by Seasons Pizza. 17th home run, 47 runs batted in. This is when things were going well for the Phils in game 1.
Yeah, it's when you thought order has been restored. That's Reinheimer territory, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot. Outside, 1-1. One and two to Williams. In 6 games in July, Matz was 2-4 with an ERA of 6.07, and there were a lot of extra base hits against him. The opposition had a .480 slugging percentage. .480.
I hope it continues.
Yeah. Two and two.
Nick's letting him get deep, isn't he?
He's got such quick hands.
He weren't too quick when he fouled that one over in the Mets dugout, and that one right there that was he took out of Mesoraco's glove.
But I do think he can let it get deep.
I think so too. But he could be, in the front of his mind thinking breaking ball.
That was pretty close. Little looper out toward left center. That'll go over the glove of Rosario. And the Phils at first and second with one out. And Rhys Hoskins coming up. When it was going well for the Phillies in game 1, Rhys Hoskins was going yard.
That's a tough pitch right there. That ball's down and away. To hit it that far to left center field with a down and away pitch shows you the strength of that young man. And let me play cheerleader. We won another one, just like the other one. I've lost my mind, Tom.
0-1. He got a bell on that one, John. You know, the thing about game 1, we were watching it thinking, well, it can't get any worse, and then it gets worse. Whoa. The balk on Suarez, which really wasn't a balk. I don't think the home plate umpire saw his foot come off the pitcher's slab. But the drop by Rhys.
Is that one of those, like, can Gabe come out and say, can you ask the other umpires? Like if we're all in this junk about we got to get him right, we got to get it right, then shouldn't all the umpires have gotten together and say, hey, did you see him take his foot off? One of them would have to say, yes, I did. Okay, it's no balk.
He did it so subtly. Here it is. Watch his back foot. Look how low it is off the mound. See right there. Now Marty Foster said his upper body moved, but it was with the foot coming off, and then it moved. You know, it wasn't. Hey, listen.
I don't think that kept us from.
No, that was a small piece of the first game. A morsel.
It would only been 22-4.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Things just went so bad. Michael Franco with a couple errors. 1-2 to Hoskins. Two and two. Carlos Santana on deck. field. This is a monster shot if it's fair. It is off the top of the pole. A 3-run home run, and the Phillies have the lead.
We got another one just like the other one, Tommy.
That's right. Order is restored here in South Philadelphia. It's 3-2 Phils.
I mean, look how high up the fair pole that thing hit. I mean, it is without question and no doubt. Hey, the only thing was would it stay fair, but I mean, that thing hit so high up on that fair pole. Lordy sakes.
Yep.
Strong like bull.
25 home runs now for Reese. 8 home runs in his last 13 home games. Estimated distance is a subtle and conservative 416 feet.
They might have been having to take that out of Bull's barbecue pit over there.
I was thinking that was going to go right past the statue. Santana takes in 2-1. Whew.
That's one visit, Tom.
Phillies were teetering.
They were on the brink.
In the third inning.
The brink.
In game 1, they had already used.
Yeah, I appreciate the text message.
Yep. I knew you were watching in the back room, but I wanted to make sure you knew what the number was. They had used 3 in the first couple innings.
I know it's mid-August. We're going to see it. We're going to see it. Going over the 6 limit.
There's only been a couple teams that have used all 6.
All right, we saw how game 1 went. We're going to get ready early.
Out to center field, not deep. And Austin Jackson's there to make the catch. 2 outs. And here's Maikel Franco. Maikel homered in game number 1. His 20th home run of the year. And he lines one to right field, and Bautista's there. Get that ball right on the nose. Rhys Hoskins wipes away a 2-run deficit with a 3-run bomb. 25th home run of the year. That makes the Phils, gives the Phils a 1-run lead as we go to the 2nd here in Philadelphia. Top of the second inning, the Phillies lead it 3-2. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Mets. Jack Reinheimer will lead things off. He's only gotten 2 plate appearances so far. Rhys Hoskins' homer has given the Phils a 3-2 lead. Ground ball right side. Carlos Santana has it. He bobbled it for a moment, but was right around the bag. No harm. 3 unassisted. And one away.
After watching that first game, it's, you know, anything hit, you're like, oh boy, are they going to catch it or not? But I mean, that one hit him right in the palm of the glove, and you saw how his right hand was stuck in the glove.
Yeah.
So when he tried to watch his right hand is stuck in the glove, and then as he's trying to get it out, he hits the ball out of the glove. I'm having ulcers up here.
Mats takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Just a bit inside. That's 3 for 34. A little floater out to center field. Roman Quinn got a good jump. 2 outs. Ahmed Rosario's coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, here's the good news. Zach Eflin now has a lead in this game, and the Phillies have to hope that he pitches the way he has most of the season. 2 earned runs or less in 10 of his 16 starts this year. That is the good news. How is he doing it? Well, he's keeping the guys off the base paths. Take a look at this. He's in the National League leaders in walks and hits per innings pitched. Look at the names on that list. Scherzer, DeGrom, Nola, Kershaw, Corbett. It's a who's who. Coming in at number 8 on that list in the National League is Zach Eflin. He is not a guy that is going to walk you, and he is not a guy that's been giving up a lot of hits. That's the way he does it. He pitches to contact. He's not going to strike out a bunch of guys either, pitching to contact, but he's been able to do that very effectively this year. And how about this, guys? He's had 75 batters in runners in scoring position this year. Only 12 of those have scored off of Zach Eflin. So he's been very effective in those situations. He's got to pitch with the lead now and do that as well tonight.
That's why it was so surprising in the first inning that he allowed those runners in scoring position to score. No balls and 2 strikes to Rosario. He was one of them with a double his first time up.
See what the first 2 pitches were? Breaking ball. Swings through them.
Over to third. Charging is Franco. He's got to hurry and does. 5-3 on the putout. Everything was clean. And the Mets go down in order in their half of the second. We move to the bottom of the second. Phillies on top. 3-2. A reminder on that one, but after the game, stay for a free post-game concert featuring ACM award-winning band Old Dominion. Your game ticket, by the way, Ray, is your concert ticket. Tickets are on sale now by going to Phillies.com/Old Dominion. one of their hits, Hotel Key, and they've got a number of them that are popping up. The stage is already down the right field line in the corner under the stadium, so they're ready to go tomorrow. Here's Scott Kingry, who pitched in game 1 and played a little shortstop, playing shortstop here in game 2. Kingry 1 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs on the mound. He did not get a chance to bat like a lot of pitchers in game 1.
Double switch.
That's right.
They didn't want him to come up, you know, to take his turn.
Roman Quinn threw more pitches than Kingry in game 1. He threw 42. 7 earned runs for Roman. Scott was throwing one eephus pitch after another basically to the plate, which trying to preserve his arm.
Good launch angle on his fastball, Tom.
Yeah. I don't even think it registered on StatCast. That'll register. Out toward left field. Conforto is going back. It is gone. Solo home run for Scott Kingry. Number 6 on the year. And the Phillies on top 4-2. That ends at 0 for 21 for Scotty.
It's a nice easy swing, a little bit out in front of it, but he kept his hands back. You keep your hands back, good things happen. That was, who said pitchers can't hit?
That's right. Here's Eflin. First home run for Kingry since the 25th of July against Los Angeles. That Eflin is down on strikes, 1 out. Second strikeout for Matz. That'd feel good. You've been through stretches like this. He's not playing every day.
Yeah.
He sees 0 for 21.
I don't think I've ever been there, but
some guys, that's, let's say it's 6 games. All right.
Yeah.
For him, it's been since they acquired Asdrubal Cabrera.
Yep. Yeah, and you're sitting there, and the longer and longer you sit there, it don't get much better. We're really sacking the lineup with pitchers, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Larry Anderson's very happy because he feels pitchers are the best athletes.
Larry drinks a lot.
It's fouled back. Look out, everybody. Look at the guys in the front row. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Little dribbler.
That's a knock.
It may be.
Oh, Matz is quick.
Oh, right on down the right field line. Roman tripped over the base, I believe. Let's hope he's okay. E1.
Yeah, every time he takes a tumble, you worry because he's had so many injuries. Yeah, I wonder if they can look at that. I mean, he was way inside the bat. I don't even know if he touched first. Look where his foot hits. Flores is trying to get out of the way. Yeah, he hits it with his heel. But I mean, he spikes Flores. He takes a tumble, but that's base running 101. You hit the middle of the base, but the front of the middle of the base.
Yeah.
They gave that an error?
Yeah, it was scored E1.
Now watch where his right foot comes down. Or, yeah, his right foot. Ooh. Oh, man, he's lucky he didn't break his ankle.
That ball's off the glove of Mesoraco, and Roman, quick as a flash, gets up to second base.
Weird. He has his glove up there, but it hits right in the heel of his glove, and pass ball. They gave him a pass ball.
Mm-hmm. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cesar. Roman goes, pitches, take it inside, throw to third on 1 hop, and he is safe. I like it.
Yeah, you had a feeling he was going to attempt it. You know, just, hey, why not? Perfect pitch for Mesoraco to throw with. A pitch into Cesar, where he can slide his body and get it behind Cesar to make a good throw to third base. He bounced it, and that's what allowed Quinn to get in. Good aggressive base running, though, by Roman Quinn.
Yeah, the Phillies with 1 out have a runner at third. Cesar takes high. It's 3-1.
Look for one here. I like to see him be aggressive here. 3-1. Yeah, didn't have to.
And now Wilson Ramos is coming up, but Dave Island's going to go out and talk to Matz. Velocity's fine for Matz. You know, he had the flexor pronator injury. Velocity is fine. Just command is just way off. And that's nice that the Phils have been capitalizing on it with the 2 long balls. Now they have a chance to get some more with Wilson Ramos coming up. You know, there's never an excuse to miss any Phillies action.
No, there isn't.
Watch all of your Phillies broadcasts online or on your device with the NBC Sports app. Download it now and always stay connected to your Phils.
I mean, game 1, you might have wanted to shut it off early and save your eyes, but
yeah, save your energy for game 2.
Because they knew that we were on.
Right. Which is why the Phillies used 2 position players for the last 3 innings to save the bullpen.
For us.
Correct.
Yeah, it's all about us. You sit on off speed right here if you're Wilson?
Boy, after the first at bat, you might. There you go.
Got it, too.
Big Ben was on game 1 with Todd Zeal and Scott Braun.
You know, our office has become a safe haven for other announcers.
While they're waiting.
Yeah, Keith was in there. Keith Hernandez was in there with us today for pretty much the whole game. Oh gosh, he's funny.
Had his shoes off.
Yeah. He made himself at home.
Postseasons like that though too, John.
Yeah. Wow. I'll be watching from afar.
We'll let somebody sit in your chair then.
No.
All right, we won't let somebody sit in your chair.
Stairsy. Attaboy,
There's a base hit to right field for Wilson Ramos. A run will score. And the Phils add on. It's now 5-2. Just nice and easy the opposite way for Ramos.
It's amazing, isn't it? How, you know, you look at Wilson Ramos, he's not a burner, but man, does he know how to hit. And, you know, you hope that some of our younger players learn, you know, how to go about being a, you know, you want to say professional hitter? That's a professional hitter right there. You know, how many guys we see, you know, first and third, I'm going to try to launch one. Just hit it. Hit it hard somewhere. Put it in play.
Back toward the middle. And Rosario has it, and he'll get Ramos, and that'll be the second out. 6 unassisted, a fielder's choice. And now first and third with 2 outs.
How about 2 3-run homers for Reese?
Oh, that'd be beautiful. He's got that home run swing going right now. It's the second time this year that he's homered in both ends of a doubleheader. He did it in San Diego against San Diego earlier this year. I mentioned he has 8 home runs in his last 13 home games. I don't know. Do you think does Matz? You don't want to load the bases up, but does Matz kind of fiddle around with him a little bit?
He's going to try. You know if I was hot like Reese with the power ball, like the power swing, you pick one pitch, like right there. Matz doesn't want him to throw a fastball to him for a strike. He just doesn't. So he throws a fastball. Now he might start some up like that, the breaking ball, to make it look like the fastball. Right there. I should have learned how to hit.
It's become easier with age, hasn't it?
Man, I wish I could have the same thought process I had now that I did then. I had a lot of demons going on back then.
Runner goes from first. It's Williams, and now he's caught. Hey, Cesar's got to go. Cesar's got to go. Cesar's got to go now. Now he does go. The lob throw to the plate. He is safe at home plate. What a slide! He tapped the hand right on top of the dish. I didn't think he hit the plate, but the home plate umpire called him safe.
Yeah, but how was the home plate umpire delayed before the call? Which I thought that meant Cesar didn't touch home and no one tagged him.
Well, do you go out right now and try to get home plate? Yeah, he missed the plate is what they're saying.
Now it's dead.
Did he miss the plate?
He got it.
Did he miss the plate? I mean, I don't know how you can tell there.
He got it. His fingers, when he hit his left hand, it hits the ground and it misses, but it looks like his fingers.
Yeah, right there.
Went out and got it right there at the very tip of home plate. You can see it right here. Watch his fingers hit.
Right there.
Right there.
Yep. Let's take a look at 4D replay.
Oh, I love this.
I think he's got it there, John.
I do too. Now, how do you score this?
Well, it's going to be a steal home. They'll take a peek at it.
So now here's my question. Mickey Callaway came out and said, did the whole hands on the ears, like we want to look at it, and he specifically told him the play at home, right? So why did they have to go out and talk to the other 2 umpires?
Yeah, I guess they were talking about whether here we go. Safe. All right. You know what, John? I don't know why they went out and talked. I really don't.
Now, let's go back to the real world. Not a smart play. You got your hottest hitter up there. He's already hit a 3-run homer. Do you have to try to steal a run there?
Well, here's the thing. Do you think he was trying to steal a base and just got caught?
I don't know what Nick was doing, but it worked.
That ball got the foot of Rhys Hoskins, I believe. Home plate umpire didn't signal anything. He must have said something. I think it got the back foot of Hoskins.
Oh, yeah, it did. Bunions will be hurting in the morning.
Paul Sewald is warming up in the pen for the Mets.
Now, look for something middle in, Carlos, and turn it on and put one out of here. Okay, for the last year and a half we've worked together, can you tell that I was a guest hitter?
I don't know. You kind of, yes, because you seem to, at least up here many times, you guessed exactly what the pitcher's going to do.
And all these years you thought I was just a big dummy.
No, I thought you were a really good hitter. I thought you broke it all down.
Yeah. I watched tapes.
Out to left center field. Austin Jackson there. 8 men come to the plate in the inning for the Phils. They scored 3 runs. It all started with Scott Kingry, solo home run, his first since the 25th of July. It was his first base hit in 21 official at-bats. The Phillies lead at 6-2 as we go to the 3rd. Question, log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fan section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. The question is, John, who is the only Met with 3 30 home run, 30 stolen base seasons? Answer will be revealed in just a little bit. Well, we're happy that she loves the Phillies. Be nice if you can love a victory tonight.
Did I get it?
You did not.
Oh. Maybe.
You did get it. All right, they love you back. Ground ball to the middle. Kingry's up with it.
Good to see Scotty's arms all right after he pitched in game 1.
I wondered about Roman's.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, he wasn't throwing all that hard, but it was still 42 pitches for a guy who doesn't really pitch.
What inning are we in?
We're in the top of the 3rd.
Trying to find my way. So I told you I had a blank scorecard.
Yeah.
So I had to write the names down. Now I can't read what I wrote.
Yeah, because of the gray. You wrote the black on gray.
I have no idea what the third baseman's name is.
For the Mets?
Yeah.
Reinheimer?
What?
Reinheimer.
Yeah, I got to figure out a way to fit that in. R-E-I-N.
Yep.
H-E-I-M-E-R.
That's correct.
Reinheimer. Gotcha.
One and two.
Got a nice breaking ball right here from Zach.
Fastball. Sliced out high in the air to left center field. Quinn. 2 outs. Sewald continues to warm.
You gotta think he's coming in.
I would think so, yeah.
I mean, they're not going to get to Matt's this inning. His spot in the batting order.
And he's been warming up for a while.
Matt's just coming off the DL with the elbow issues. And
fly ball left center field. Again, Roman Quinn is there. It's in short left center. And another 1-2-3 inning for Zach Eflin. 9 pitches for Eflin. He's retired 10 straight. Or excuse me, 7 straight. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 6-2 Phils. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. And by Nissan. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Bottom of the third. And it's 6-2 Phillies. Paul Sewald will take over for the Mets. 0-4 with a 4.91 earned run average.
You like those socks with the New York City skyline there? I think they're pretty neat.
Yeah, they are. They're different. I like when teams have the stripes like that at the top.
Yeah.
Like when the Cardinals wear the stripes.
Why don't the Cardinals have the stripes all the way down?
I don't know if they're all the way down. They're lower than those.
Come on, you got to get with it, Tom. This is 2018, man. We're making the game fun again.
I got to get my sock game up higher.
Yeah.
To a higher level. Over to third. Reinheimer throws him out. One away.
Hey, Reinheimer made a heck of a play there.
Hole number 72. Now Kingry is coming up. He homered his last time up. Slider, and it's 0-1. Grounder to third, foul.
Right where we were.
That's right. Here's Scott Kingry back in the second.
Changeup by Steven Madsen. The hand stayed back, accelerated through the zone, and bye-bye. Oh boy. Apparently he's an 8-pitch pitcher.
2-2.
There
were a lot of sides.
He went slider, fastball up, fastball in, fastball away, curveball.
I think it's time to economize.
Yeah, you might want to narrow it down to either that or take your glove off to give signs.
Swing and a miss. Kingry strikes out. You saw Asdrubal Cabrera there. He started game 1 at shortstop and has started at shortstop since he arrived. Runs for Radiothon. For every run the Phillies score during the month of August, the Phillies will make a contribution to the Help Our Kids Radiothon, benefiting Nemours Alfred I. DuPont Hospital for Children. To find out more, visit nemours.org/radiothon. Eflin Cade his first time. I don't know what he's looking for.
I don't know, but he got 2 hats.
Does he want a ball? And Eflin down looking. A 1-2-3 inning for Sewald. That's left the Fanatic wanting more. We'll head to the 4th. Phillies up 6-2. Batteries delivered right to your desktop the same day when you order by 11:30. Pinpoint delivery by who? Who but W.B. Mason. Phillies lead at 6-2 as we move to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Austin Jackson, Jose Bautista, and Devin Mesoraco for the Mets. Zach Eflin has really done a nice job of finding the strike zone and mixing up his pitches after that first inning when he got jumped for 3 consecutive doubles. Yeah, there he is. He starts Austin Jackson with a breaking ball. And a liner to left field. That's a base hit for Jackson. And he'll get to second. That's his 4th hit of this doubleheader. And the first hit for the Mets since the double by Conforto in the first inning.
4 hits for the Mets, 4 doubles. 3 in a row.
Yep.
You got to leave him here.
He didn't get a baseball, but he found some more friends. Bautista fouls it back.
How he makes it up and down those aisles
without knocking
as
in
large
everybody.
As he is.
A little low. Bautista in the first game tied a major league record and set a National League record for RBIs in a game by a player who did not start. Two other players in Major League Baseball have 7 RBIs as a sub. John Mayberry back in '78, senior, that is, at a Toronto victory over the Orioles. And Roy Sievers back in 1961.
I know Roy.
Do you?
Yeah, he was one of our coaches in the minor leagues with the Padres when I was there.
Swing and a miss. He was late on a 1-2 fastball. Bautista strikes out, 1 out.
Yeah, Bautista's seeing a little different animal out there in Zach Eflin than he did in game 1. This is what you got to do, and Zach has been doing it all years. Get ahead, let their aggressiveness take over, and elevate that fastball at 96. Can't catch up.
As Rocco takes a breaking ball when it's 0-1. That's a good pitch.
Been there. You know how many guys you hear tell you, oh, I don't care if the ball hits me. I'll take it. But why do they all breaking balls? They flinch.
Because they care if it hits them.
Yeah, no kidding.
And they can't tell if it's something harder. It's a slider.
Yeah, but I will tell you this man at bat is a tough kid. He's a tough young man.
Outside, 2-2. Two and two to Mesoraco. Just outside, 3-2. Just outside again. Ball 4. Second walk issued by Eflin. And here is Jack Reinheimer.
My new favorite player.
That's right.
Jack Reinheimer. 0 for 1, hitting .333 in his young career. Tom?
I think they could have found him a different number.
72.
I mean, all the other numbers taken?
Maybe he was. Well, he couldn't have been born in 72. I don't even know what year. What'd that be? He'd be 40?
Yeah, he wasn't born in 72.
No.
Born in 92.
And maybe his parents were born in 72. My gosh, we're old.
Probably think they only have numbers in the 70s in the big leagues, because when he was with the Diamondbacks in last year, he was 76.
So he's moving down.
Mm-hmm.
Still a tackle, but you know he'll move down to guard.
Probably a more athletic
in the
tackle
60s,
now.
And then the centers in the 50s, and
0-2.
well, I think those people who might be trying to catch the Eagles preseason game might be turning over to see us. It's getting ready to be 24-7. So, well, it's like the score of our first game.
That's right.
He stepped out of bounds. He's out. Let's go, Zach.
Breaking ball outside, 1-2.
Tom, that's called multitasking.
Yeah, it is. That'll be foul.
Oh, man.
Might have broken a few lights, too.
That's my authentic fan. That thing hit the authentic fan sign over there. See that? Just right above the C, I think, in authentic.
It's like pinballing around up there, too.
Yeah. Well, now he's not my favorite player anymore.
1-2 pitch coming from Eflin.
Attaboy.
Bouncer to short. This should be 2. There's 1. He can run, and he's going to beat it. He got up the line pretty quickly. 6-4 on the putout. And that ball was hit pretty hard. The throw didn't have a whole lot on it from second base.
Yeah, I mean, Kingry did what he's supposed to do. Gets it to Cesar a little high. If he gets that ball down where Cesar can catch it with both hands, might have had a. He still might not have had him. He was flying down the line. But now Sewald's out of the game, and Mickey Callaway's going to 4 innings and 3 pitchers.
And here's Reyes to pinch hit. Reyes did get a chance to play in game 1.
Didn't he start?
He was 2 for 5 with 3 runs scored and 2 walks. And he takes in the dirt, 1-0.
Is Ramos one of the few guys now that wear the regular helmet and mask, not the hockey mask? Someone else wears it, but he wears Sandy Leon, right? Wears it, but his helmet's forward.
His helmet's forward. Yes. Mizarako.
I got a lot of free time.
Mizarako, I thought his was, well, his might be forward too. That one's pulled, caught out of the air by Carlos Santana. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 men left. Middle of the 4th, it's the Phillies 6 and the Mets 2. Chevrolet dealers. And by WB Mason. Who but WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. Those young ladies out at the Boardwalk Eats, where they get a cheeseburger and some fries. We got some of those cheeseburgers today in between games of the doubleheader. Matt's trying to find himself some French fries. Matt was going to do it without asking. Now he finally asked. That was nice of Matt to ask. Here's Drew Smith as he takes over for Paul Sewald, who pitched a scoreless third.
Drew Smith.
This is 9th ball game. And Roman shows bunt, lets it go right on by him.
Did you say this is 10th ball game?
8th ball game.
I wish I could put that graphic up. I just caught the tail end of it.
What's that?
Well, the innings pitched and
Oh,
hits
yeah,
and
yeah,
walks
yeah.
and strikeouts and all that stuff.
Yeah, it looks like he's only come in just for a batter here and there. 8th ball game, 9 innings.
How many hits?
9 hits. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Out of town scoreboard, David Dahl. Haven't heard his name in a while.
Well, we love him.
Yeah, we do. Colorado is leading Atlanta 2-1. That game's in the bottom of the 5th inning. Sliced foul.
Ooh. I hope that's not art down there.
Current NL standings. Phillies are 2.5 back. Washington, which leads St. Louis 5-1. They're 9 back.
Maybe we don't have to wait for them anymore.
Who's that?
The Nationals. I've been waiting all year for them to make a run, but maybe this isn't. Maybe this just isn't the time for them.
I think that we're at the point now where we look at them and not say that, you know, they're done because there's plenty of games left, but you wait until they get closer before you think that they're a threat anymore. They certainly are a threat when you play them because they have the pitching, which if Scherzer goes, if Strasburg ever gets healthy. But the worry for the Phillies is what Atlanta's doing and what the teams behind them in the wild card are doing. That one's right back to the box. 1-3 on the putout. Speaking of the Nationals, they'll be here Monday, August 27th for the start of a 3-game series. Phillies will be there next week before they go to Toronto. If you want to buy tickets for the Phillies Nats series here, go to Phillies.com. Cesar has scored 2 runs tonight in his first 2 plate appearances, and he bunts one foul. If he had gotten that fair, it would have been a base hit.
Yeah, without question. Unless my new best friend Reinheimer came in and threw him out.
Johnny Mesoraco has his helmet on backwards.
He does.
Mental note.
That's old school. Smith's got a pretty good arm.
Yes, he does.
Fastball staying at 95, 96.
24 years old. And he is out of Dallas Baptist. Fouled away down the left field line. Same school that produced Ben Zobrist. Freddie Sanchez, who for 10 years was a pretty good hitter in the big leagues.
He had that ankle injury, right?
He had a number of them, but the ankle one was the one that put him over the top. Yeah.
Won a batting title.
Sure did, yeah. Fly ball down the left field line. And in fair territory, Conforto makes the catch. 2 outs.
Should be a fun matchup here with Ramos. Having Smith, I don't think Smith's thrown any of his secondary pitches for a strike yet. The only thing he's getting over is a fastball. And could be fun to watch it. The home run to right field. Just saying.
And a liner out to left field. That is a crisp line drive. That'll go to the wall for Ramos, and he will chug to second base with his second hit. Is that what you're looking at? Something like that?
Yeah. Fastball. Just, you know, I think these Phillies hitters, any one of them can look at it and say he's not getting the secondary pitches over. I tell you what, he got to that one quick. That ball was running in on him, and you see how quick he is. Just short and quick. You know, he's not trying to hit it 600 feet. He's just trying to hit it off the barrel of the bat, and as strong as he is, it's going to go somewhere pretty hard.
You know, and maybe it goes 600 feet. If he...
Yeah, possibly could, Tom.
There's Nick Williams, who is 1 for 2. That one gets off the glove of Mesoraco. And Ramos will go to third. Johnny, your baseball card, you're number 11.
Yeah, that's my first. Got traded over. And next to Brew, old buddy Warren Brewstar, and Dale Murphy, one of the finest men in the world. See, if I had tape and the wristband, I was in a bad slump.
You were trying to show yourself.
Try to do something to break out of it.
Is that why you changed your number?
4 times.
11, 19,
28,
28, and 29.
29.
Fly ball short left. And Conforto will get to a spot to put it away. No runs. 1 hit, 1 man left in scoring position. We'll head to the 5th inning with the Phillies leading the Mets 6-2. Hackenberg. He also breaks down the Eagles' depth and is a Q&A with Jason Kelsey. Listen to his latest Rube Knows podcast on NBCSportsPhiladelphia.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
That's an entertaining conversation with Jason or with Kelsey.
I'm sure it is. What's your topic du jour? Did you decide this weekend?
No. Murph and I have to dig deep. Well, he'll dig deep. I'll just agree.
I heard some of the suggestions. Little League Baseball, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
World Series. Team's going to Williamsport. That'll roll foul. Rosario will come on back. It's 0-1. Phillies will play at the Crosscutters Stadium on Sunday. I know everybody keeps asking you about the press box, thinking that you've spent time there. You spent time in Williamsport, but at the Little League field.
Yeah, well, I mean, Williamsport's not a great big place,
right?
But they do have other fields besides the Little League where they play the Little League World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, that's a fun thing to do.
You did enjoy it?
Yeah, you know, it was fun because when I was playing winter ball, our radio announcer, his son was coaching the team from where I played winter ball, Mexicali. So I went up in the good pitch.
Second strikeout for Eflin.
So I went up in it's called the Grove, where all the teams stay, like big dorms and stuff, and they have a swimming pool, they have ping pong, pool tables, the whole thing. So I went up there and had dinner with the team from Mexicali, Mexico, who's in it, and they just had a blast. And like I thought, you know, like why would I, you know, they don't know who I am. I was there in the 80s. These kids weren't even born. But apparently that year that I was there, they had a poll of the best players that have played in Mexicali in the Winter League. And I guess I was the best player that's played there in the Mexican Winter League.
That's funny.
And so the kids knew who I was, and it was really neat. You know, because at first they were quiet. You know, they were like staring at me like you know, this guy. I think some of them were like, yo, he really played? Are you kidding me? Jeez, I'd be afraid to eat a salad.
0-1 pitch. Off the hands, 0-2.
But it was really cool sitting up there and talking to them. You know, we had a translator, and we were going back and forth, and they were trying to teach me Spanish, and it didn't work out.
Other part of it, though, too, is that you got a chance to call a lot of the games that were going on up there, too.
Yeah, they were fun. The hardest ones, though, are the international games.
I would think so.
You know, when it was Canada, like I called Canada and I think Australia, those were pretty easy. But, man, you get into some of them other ones. Oh, my gosh.
Japanese names get you a little bit?
Well, you know, there's another strikeout by Zach, but yeah, and you know, I struggle with Reinheimer. You know, I mean, we had a guy there that had a board, and you know, they substitute. I mean, it's like crazy. They, you know, move this guy here, move this guy. We had a guy with the board, with a metal board, with the field, and he had all the names of the players on magnets. And so when they made switches, he would put all their names. I still couldn't read them. I said, man, that's really helpful, but
it's a nice magnetic board.
Yeah, but I can't read. I can't pronounce these names. It's like a spring training game, you know. And
yes.
You know, the first spring training game, the regulars.
Well, because everybody has
to
play 2 innings.
Yeah.
So everybody that's on the roster, and the roster's, I guess, 12 deep. Is that the most?
By the time you get to the 6th inning, it's number 98 throwing to number 94, and hopefully number 93 catches it.
And hopefully there's not 2 93s.
That has happened.
It's happened.
Yeah, it's really confusing.
Well, the players on Sunday will head up early. They'll fly up to Williamsport early because they're going to fly then to D.C. after the game, have the off day in D.C. But there's a lot of activities that are taking place during the day on Sunday for both teams. Michael Conforto played in the League World Series. So did Scott Kingry. As Eflin works a 1-2-3 5th inning. Rhys Hoskins takes care of Conforto. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Game 2 of this doubleheader. So far, it's a lot better than Game 1. Bank, the official bank of the Phils. Well, playoff tickets are available for the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. They did lose yesterday to Durham 2-0. Drew Anderson went 5 2/3. Tonight they lead Indianapolis 3-1 in the 8th inning. Zach Green an RBI double. Same with Trevor Plouffe and Matt McBride. Reading Fightins lost to Hartford yesterday 7-2. Clearwater defeated Bradenton, and Lakewood defeated Rome 7-2. Clearwater also defeated Bradenton today 5-0. Pedro Florimon played third base, batted leadoff, a single, a double, a triple, an RBI, 2-run score. That's a nice sign. Mickey Moniak extended his hitting streak to 10 games. During the streak, he's hitting .390 with 4 extra base hits. He also had 2 RBIs today. His average at .267.
Good for him.
Yeah, really good for him.
I love Adonis, though. That name.
Medina?
Yeah.
That would have spun out to right center. That'll drop for a hit for Reese. So Hoskins is aboard. Carlos Santana stepping up. Don't miss your chance to join the Phillies postseason chase with a second-half ticket pack. The pack includes 6 of the remaining home games in 2018, plus access to postseason play. You get a pre-sale opportunity for potential to purchase 2 postseason home games at the ballpark. Order your ticket pack now at Phillies.com or by calling 215-463-1000. Speaking of the Phillies' remaining schedule, Murph's got some notes on what the Phillies have left for the rest of 2018.
Tom, it's hard to believe 42 games to play if you include this one tonight against the Mets. 42 games to play. And when you think about how is the NL East going to be decided, it's very simple. It's going to be decided with games versus the NL East. When you look at what the Phillies still have left to play, how about 10 more with the Mets, including tonight, 9 with the Nats, 7 with the Braves, and 6 with the Marlins. That's 31 games out of the remaining 42 against the NL East. So, you know, a lot of folks have been coming up to me, I'm sure, to you guys as well, saying, can they make it to the postseason? Can this team do it? Well, they certainly can. They're going to have to play well against the teams in their division, and they're going to have to starting tonight, beat these Mets again, and, you know, continue to win this series and go on to do that because they have an awful lot of games against teams in their division left.
Well, I think the good thing, part of that too, is that they have 22 games at home, and their record at home 39-20. After the loss earlier today, and a chance to get back to 20 games over if they win this one. Yeah, the way baseball has always set it up, at least it seems that way, is that you play your division in the final month, and that will help determine where you're going to go. Good thing for the Phillies is that they are atop the wild card right now, too.
Their last 11 games, though, are going to be, I think that's going to be it. 4 with the Braves, 4 with Colorado on the road, and then they come back home for the final 3 games of the season against Atlanta.
Yeah, those last 3 against the Braves, they're going to be some significant ball games. At least you think they would be.
And I can't imagine that playing in Colorado, the next to the last series of the year, can be a good thing. Well, 1, because they're a good team.
Right.
But 2, you know, everyone talks about the altitude and you know, the lack of air up there in Colorado, and you hope it doesn't drain these guys in 4 games, so when they come back here, they're, you know, not as fresh.
Franco out in front, and he is down on strikes. 2 outs. First strikeout for Smith. Yeah, the other part too about the Rocky series is that the Rockies are in the mix in the West, and they're in the mix in the wild card.
Yeah. And is Arenado on the DL?
Shoulder.
I mean, I'm sure he'll be back before long.
I would think so.
I don't think he's one of those guys that wants to sit too long with anything.
Kingry out to left field, over toward the line, and that long dart drops in for a hit, read well by Reese. He goes to third, and he is out at third. As I was saying, it was read well by Reese. He stopped.
Yes.
If he had kept going, but I guess he didn't see it, he would have been safe. So he makes the final out of third, which you never want to do. Phillies leave one. We'll head to the sixth. It's 6-2 Phils. Consistent bases all season long. Halfway through the month of August, only 3 team starters have thrown more innings per start in 2018. The usual combination of Nola, Arrieta, Pivetta, Velasquez, and Eflin are 4th in the National League among starting rotations in ERA, 2nd and 5th, and 5th in strikeouts. They pitch their way into a playoff pursuit. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Salcerdos Unidos performing. It's Goya Latino Family Night here at Citizens Bank Park. Fanatic's trying. He really is. Really is trying.
Now, I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1 million deals. Where's my pen?
You know, if he's going to go out there and dance, like meet with those great dancers earlier and get the routine down. You know, he's starting to slack. Shows up when he wants now, you know. Just
get the routine down.
Yeah, just, you know, a little shrapnel right there for Wilmer Flores. That'll go in the fireplace.
Hop up the stoop, jump in the coop.
That's what he knew he didn't know how to dance.
See, and they're great dancers, and he's turned them into terrible dancers with his only move, his signature move.
Flores to right field, and Williams puts it away. John, by the way, I erred in leading you down the path of Arenado being on the DL.
He is not?
He was supposed to go on, but he DH'd instead while they were in Houston, and now he is back in the lineup.
Well, darn. Good for him, though.
Colorado still trailing the Braves, though, 3-2 tonight. Austin Jackson is 1 for 2. And 4 for 9.
Well, you thought after the first 3 batters, like, oh boy, here we go again. But you know, like I said, Zach's a different beast out there than what Ranger Suarez is at this point in his career. And you know, sometimes when you're a young pitcher, it starts snowballing, you can't stop it. Zach found out a way to stop it.
He did. It's almost as if he changed his approach after that first inning.
Yeah, well, he started throwing first pitch breaking ball because they were just setting all over the fastball.
He understood why the Phillies wanted to, if they could, because they needed a pitcher, wanted to throw a left-hander today because the Mets coming into the ball game, game 1, had the lowest batting average against left-handed pitching. Coming into the game. They might have left the game leading the league in hitting against left. Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts. Well, one of the other series that Murph had on that list was against the Cubs. Now the Cubs playing some pretty good baseball right now. They'll be here at Citizens Bank Park Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 31st, 1st, and 2nd of September. Go to Phillies.com to order your tickets. If everything falls correctly, we may see Cole Hamels pitch in one of those games. It will be the first time he's pitched against the Phillies here at the ballpark.
That's he's been pretty good for the Cubs. How about that night he and Scherzer locked in?
Sunday night?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And you know, I was following Jim Cott on the thing, and he said, he brought up 2. Robin Roberts was one. He said, you think they would have left the game in the 7th inning? In a nothing game or whatever, 1-1 game or whatever, 1-0 game? He said, you think they would have left in the 7th inning and been happy?
Yeah, I don't think so. Inside, Bautista walks. 3 walks for Zach tonight.
Two of them to Bautista. Apparently them 7 RBIs caught someone's attention.
As Rocco fouls it back. Fly ball right field. And Nick Williams should get there. It's high enough. He settles under it. And another scoreless inning for Eflin, who allowed the 2 runs in the 1st inning, and that's it so far. Through 6, he has scattered 4 hits. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Phillies up 6-2. Has been refreshing, particularly after that 1st inning of play.
Yeah, first 3 hitters all hit doubles, and then after that, Zach just settled in and started mixing up his pitches, throwing the secondary pitches early in the count, trying to finish guys with that fastball up like he did right there. And he has just been, after that 1st inning, he has been as good as I've seen him this year.
I think that if you look at his outing tonight, the Phillies a lot of times this year have played some poor games and had some stretches where they've needed to bounce back. And Gabe's talked often about that. This is definitely one of those games.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're not going to find a worse game than we saw in Game 1.
No, and you know, look, I understand we have Aaron Nola going tomorrow, and Aaron's been great, but you know, who's he facing tomorrow? Syndergaard.
Yeah.
And then Arrieta goes Saturday.
DeGrom.
So, you know, there's no guarantees in those 2 games. The one guarantee you would have to think is that there ain't going to be a whole lot of runs the next 2 games.
I would agree with that. And the other part of it, too, is that you're trying to stay within reach of the Braves and ahead of everybody in the wild card. So you couldn't afford, I guess you could, there's still plenty of games left, but it would have been cumbersome if you had lost this game also.
Yes.
So they have to get 9 more outs, maybe get some more runs to assure themselves of that. But Zach has certainly put them in position to get those 9 outs.
Yeah, and he's only, what, in the 82 pitch range, maybe 82,
low 80s.
83.
Yep.
So, you know he's going to get at least 1 more inning. Get to that magic 100. So, 7 innings. And who's available in the bullpen? I would assume Neshek's probably not available, right?
I would say no. Gabe said everybody was available, but I would say no. Neris probably not available after pitching Game 1.
Yeah.
Leiter not available.
But we got Arano. Yaxels just came back.
Mm-hmm.
And Sir Anthony. Seems like they added a bunch more, didn't they?
It does look like there's some additional players out there. Bobby Wall delivers and Eflin fouls it. Roman Quinn on deck.
This little battle.
It's an 8-pitch at bat so far.
He doesn't want the hat trick. He struck out his first 2 at bats. He's battling this one.
And he pops it up. Flores in foul territory. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your local Ford store. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Is this throwback night?
Yeah, it's Throwback Thursday.
Is that why they handed you paper instead of the iPad?
Oh, I think they're just mixing it up.
Huh.
Because if it was a Throwback Thursday, they'd probably hand me a piece of a chalkboard. Roman Quinn is on base with that bunt single. It's a beauty.
What is this going on out here?
Now, Mickey Callaway is coming out with the athletic trader. Let's take a look at Roman Quinn. Look at his feet move.
Yeah, I mean, that's, if my buddy Reinheimer couldn't get to it, then nothing you can do.
Well, there's something going on with Wall. It looked like he originally said there was nothing wrong, but then he opened up a little bit more about what was wrong.
going to hurl a couple to see. I don't know. I mean, could he done something to like his oblique? Or
I
his
was thinking
hamstring,
oblique. I thought that's what I saw him say. Tyler Bachelor is warming up in the bullpen. And now he sits down.
If I'm Roman, I steal first pitch.
Yes.
He's not going to want to torque and throw to first. He's more worried about, is it going to hurt if I throw home? First pitch, Roman, take off.
Take a nap earlier, didn't you?
I tried. I tried, but as soon as you start taking a nap, everyone walks in.
Yeah.
Then they brought burgers
and that rustles you up.
Cheesesteaks and. Tell you what, it's a rough life. It's a rough life I lead.
Sure
Tom.
is. And you had to get up when nobody would feed you.
Oh yeah, they just were like they haven't been fed in years. Well, I'd have got picked off twice.
Because you would have gone.
No, I wouldn't have gone, but I'd have got picked off twice.
Runner goes. Pitch is taken for a strike. Throw to second base is not in time. He is a weapon. And you love it when they're in motion like that, John.
Yeah.
You love the pressure that it puts on the opposition.
Yeah, and you love that Cesar let him steal that base. He took a pitch, took a strike to let him steal that base. Mesoraco did just an unbelievable jump, but look at this throw. I mean, it's right there.
It is.
And he beat it.
You know, the other night when the Phillies and the Red Sox were in that ninth inning, Bohr walks, Kingry pinch runs. And Kingry had the base stolen 3 times, and Cesar just didn't let him steal. And like you said there, if he did it intentionally, it was great to see Roman Quinn try to steal. Three balls, 1 strike. At the knees, 3-2. Out toward left center field. That's going to split the gap. Roman Quinn's going to score, and Cesar's going to get an extra base hit out of it. It's an RBI double. Phillies now lead at 7-2. That's a beautiful thing to keep adding on like that. The other thing too is that Cesar has been on base 3 times tonight.
Yeah, it's been a struggle lately for Cesar. This is nice too, because he's staying on the ball. He's not pulling off. He's not elevating the ball. you know, hitting fly balls. It's, you know, his base hit to left. His first at bat was a nice hard hit line drive, and then that one right there was another one. And you know, maybe he's watching Ramos. Like, you know, there's a big pasture out there the other way.
Ramos takes strike one. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Hey, Wall's got to stick with that breaking ball. I think you want to throw a fastball to Ramos here.
Two and two. He did go with the fastball.
Was that his fastball?
Well, I think it's a cutter.
Yeah, it looked like he's trying to make it. He's trying to maneuver the ball to move one way or another.
Cutter again, and Ramos strikes out. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Time now for the Ram Truck Stuff the Feds trivia quiz answer. All right, John, who is the only Met with 3 30 home run, 30 stolen base seasons?
Well, initially I was thinking Darryl Strawberry.
I think that would be everybody's guess.
But then I remembered Howard Johnson had 3 years where he was just unbelievable. So I'm going to go with Hojo.
Howard Johnson is correct. 87, 89, 91. Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack.
Did he have, was he a 40-40 guy, I think?
I think one season. Williams out to center field, and it is caught by Jackson.
Well, no one signaled.
The first base umpire finally did. Now the
Stay
run
right
scores,
there.
which is good because that may have bounced. In fact, Jose David Flores, the Phillies' first base coach, is saying it did bounce. It bounced.
Yes, it did.
Oh, good eyes. Now the Mets are thinking, let's tag out. Well, that's the final out. So the Phillies have to decide whether they want to review it or not.
I think this is one Gabe can say, can we ask though?
Yeah, that's why it was good that Cesar kept going.
You know, I watched, you know, the second base umpire, because there's a runner on
Jerry
second.
Davis.
But the first base umpire never moved.
He did signal, but it was late.
He signaled, but he didn't move.
Yeah, it was a late signal. It's going to result in the Phillies' favor. It's going to be in the Phillies' favor. And Cesar was smart to keep on coming home. And that should be an RBI single for Nick Williams. We haven't seen it that often, but the understanding is that they'll look overhead and they'll see where Cesar was, and they should award him home plate. Jerry Davis, the crew chief, to the right. You know what, John? Howard Johnson missed the 40-40 by 4 home runs. Run scores over to first. That's where the ball hit. And this is where the runners were when it hit. So Cesar's already at third. He keeps on going. And good for Dusty Wathan for telling him to keep on going.
Well, and Flores, too, first base coach, was yelling for Nick.
To stay at first.
Because Nick slowed up. He said, get to the base, get to the base.
Wall is going to throw another few pitches because the trainer came out again. So it's 8-2 Phillies.
Tell you what, that'd have been fun to see if that ball would have got past Austin Jackson.
Now toward left center field. This time Jackson will get there and catch it out of the air. Phillies get 2 more runs though. An RBI single by Williams, an RBI double by Cesar. And we're on to the 7th with the Phils up 8-2. Well, at least in game 2, the Phillies are having the time of their life as they lead at 8-2. Zach Eflin, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Rhys Hoskins has a 3-run home run. That's your Delaware Valley Honda Dealers game summary.
Just got a text message from a friend of the Fanatic who's not real happy that I said he's phoning it in.
Oh, did somebody tell him?
Mailing it in or whatever I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone told him.
The friend of the Fanatic told the Fanatic?
The friend of the Fanatic told the Fanatic.
Oh, boy. That may be the biggest controversy you've ever been involved in.
Yeah, right.
There's a line drive base hit for Reinheimer. So he's aboard to lead off the 7th inning. Todd Frazier, speaking of Little League World Series fame. It's very rare that you have 2 major leaguers who both have played in the Little League World Series. The Mets do with Conforto and Frazier.
Now, but shouldn't that tell parents that it's very difficult to get to this level?
Yeah, yes, definitely.
And all these kids who have played in the Little League World Series, and only a handful have played in the big leagues, right?
Well, yeah, and
I mean more than a handful, but
it's more now than it used to be. But you know, for years it was Lloyd McClendon, it was Gary Sheffield. Those were the names you heard. Maybe Jason Varitek was next on the list.
Sean Boros, remember he had to.
Oh yeah. Chase was coached by Sean's father the next year, and they fell short of getting to Williamsport. Oh, 0-2 to Todd Frazier. Inside.
Tell you what, I'm glad Todd Frazier's all right after taking that fastball off the back from Roman Quinn.
Yeah, he looked like he wanted a hit. Todd now 32 years old. He has 187 career home runs. Two-time All-Star. Two and two. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 for Eflin. And Ahmed Rosario is coming up. Phillies fans, watch Rhys Hoskins, Odubel Herrera, and the rest of your Phils battle the Mets in the MLB Little League Classic, presented by Geico at historic Bowman Field in Williamsport this Sunday. Catch all the action beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. That's a line drive into left field for Rosario. He's going to get another extra base hit. And the Mets are going to try to score a run here, and they will. As Reinheimer crosses the plate, it's an RBI double. Second double, 6th hit of the doubleheader for Rosario, and it's now 8-3.
I mean, he's just hunting the fastball every pitch. He has really struggled with the breaking ball, but he's been all over fastballs in these both games of this doubleheader. And another hard hit ball off the bat of Rosario.
Ruben Amaro just gave the bat boy all of the equipment Rosario was wearing. It looked like
Do you need a wheelbarrow?
It looked like he would have needed a wheelbarrow. Yes.
Shopping cart.
Yeah. There's Ruben. I think they just said Jeff McNeil went around on that one.
I don't think he thinks he did.
Down the left field line out of play, 0-2. Ruben's wearing number 20 for the New York Mets. There is significance to that because that's the number his dad wore when he was a big leaguer with the Phillies. Ruben Amaro Sr. was played 6 years with the Phils. Phillies former VP and general manager. Check swing, and it remains ahead in the count, now 1-2. In Atlanta, the Braves are still hanging on to a 3-2 lead. Tehran's RBI single gave him the lead. Colorado had first and second with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning and did not score.
Well, that's an old school bat right there.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Is that the old U1?
You would know that better than I would. I think that's what it is. 4-3 ground out, no knob on it.
Yeah, that's a. Ozzie Guillen used that, one of those, the U1.
Why would you use that? Is there a certain style?
I have no idea. I never choked up, so I needed something down on the bottom to hold on to. And I always had my pinky off the bat. And I started that in Little League, doing it in Little League. I felt like I just got more whip.
Conforto whips that one off the glove of Santana, so a run will score. And it'd be 8-4. The Phillies lead is 4. That'll be a base hit, 3rd RBI of the night for Conforto.
Model U1, 34-inch, 31.5 ounces.
Yeah, Roberto Clemente used that bat. George Brett used that bat as well. Well, Gabe Kapler going out to the mound. I think that's going to be it for F1 with Luis Garcia warming up. He is going to get a nice round of applause. He's gone through a lot this week. Phillies needed this tonight. 6 2/3. 4 runs. August 29th at 7:05, a limited edition Phillies Hulk bobblehead. That's the theme night ticket that's required for that. Visit Phillies.com/theme nights to order your tickets. That guy's going to be in line for him. That's Greg Castriato.
And he's not the Hulk.
He is not the Hulk. He's not happy that we're on, but he knows now that we're running the Marvel promo.
There's been nights that I've spent with Larry Anderson that I felt green.
Yeah.
I felt like I turned green, but good job, Zach.
Zach Eflin, 6 2/3 tonight.
But if you're Mickey Callaway, do you go in and have a meeting and say, hey, you know, we scored 20 less runs in this second game. What's going on?
Yeah, really. Wilmer Flores is 0 for 3. And he pops the first pitch out. Carlos over at first base. Makes the catch. One pitch. Is it that easy, John?
Well,
one pitch. The final out is recorded. 2-run score. Time to stretch. game.
A hard line drive off the bat of Jose Reyes, but look how low Santana gets as he takes his break off the base with the holding runner on. Keeps it low, keeps it in front of him, records the out, and that's our Hyundai defensive play of the game. Brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Luis Garcia
Why
got the
didn't you
last
give
out.
me paper? Why you give me that iPad thing?
Christine was giving John the iPad instead of the paper.
Little did she know she could put that thing right in front of my face. I didn't bring my glass in here. I couldn't have read it anyway. Sheer memory, Tom.
Photographic mind.
Yeah.
Here's Carlos Santana to lead it off. He'll face Tyler Bachelor. Well, the 2 additional runs the Phillies scored in the 6th inning were big. Since the Mets just scored 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him bring a couple more on the board.
I would agree with that. Victor Arano warming up in the bullpen. Two and one. Zach Eflin 6 2/3 tonight. 7 hits, 4 runs. Two and two.
You know, for a team that came in with they're scoring 40 runs in their last 2 games. I mean, and you know, after 3 hitters, they had 2 more runs in this game, and for Zach to keep them to only 2 more runs after that first inning.
There's a high fly ball to deep right center field. Bautista is out there. He can't get it off the scoreboard. He collides with Jackson. That allows Santana to cruise to second. A leadoff double. P.J. Wheelahan's pitch cast. Look how far he went down to get this.
Yeah, he's out in front of that a little more. That's a long homer. Just was a little out in front of it. You see, I actually caught it pretty good.
Popped up.
Got it.
One ball and 1 strike.
Let's go Phillies, Tom. Here we go. Be nice to get another 1 or 2 on the board, wouldn't it?
It would be good. Just to ease the last couple innings. Checked his swing. Did he go? No.
I think Mcneill called that one.
He was just hoping that everybody listens.
We got time, Tom.
Yep. Gives us time to think about it a little bit, John.
Yeah.
That one's down the left field line, and it is a fair ball, and a run will score. Franco takes a wide turnaround first, and he'll slide in safely as Mcneill can't hold on to the throw. Back-to-back doubles for the Phils, and the lead is back to 5.
Tell you what, a couple good takes, check swings, but good takes by Mcneill, and that's, you know, that's the difference in him when he's going good and when it's going bad. If he's going bad, he's already an out. He don't even get to this pitch. He swung at those one of those sliders in the dirt, but he's seeing the ball better. He's laying off. He's doing his best to lay off tough pitches, and he got rewarded for it right there with that double. Good aggressive base running. Make a play.
Well, here is Kingry, who is 2 for 3. Justin Bour is out on deck to hit for Luis Garcia.
Tell you what, Luis's pitched out ratio is really good tonight.
Because I wore through all these pitches in the bullpen, and that's all I got.
Warm up for 10 minutes, throw one pitch, and shake everyone's hand.
T-Mobile, built for baseball. And Kingry's home run is in our category tonight.
Harkening back to his Little League World Series days.
He had some great salad going up top. He had a good hairdo going.
Still does.
He and his brother Sam were a double play combination for the Arizona team.
Twin.
Yep. Off the hands. Wilmer Flores at first. And one out. And Bour is coming up as a pinch hitter.
Look at those pinch hitting numbers.
Oh, yeah.
556 as a pinch hitter. Kidding me?
And his career numbers are outstanding, too.
Like to see him get out in front of one of these 98-mile-an-hour fastballs.
To the right side. Rosario, the shortstop, will get to it. 6-3 on the putout. Runner moves to third. There are 2 outs. And Roman Quid is coming up. He has scored a couple runs tonight. StatCast AI, powered by AWS. This is the stolen base for Roman, his last time on the base paths. 2 feet per second above the league average.
So the league average would have got thrown out there.
Yes.
By a lot. He was scooting. Thing I like, I mean, his second step, he's almost at full speed.
Very explosive.
Yeah. Fast twitch muscles must be off the charts.
On the inside corner at 98.
Working up quite the lather, isn't he?
19 pitches.
That'll do it.
Roman fouls it back to stay alive. Another one fouled back.
That in the radio booth?
Boy, it came close.
That would have been fun.
May have been in the Mets radio booth. It was close, though.
Larry was thoroughly entertained by game one.
Well, I thought he handled it well. Fly ball center field. Austin Jackson makes the catch. Phillies do score a run on the RBI double by Mcneill Franco. He's left over at third. We leave for the 8th inning. The Phillies up 9-4. Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by Jefferson Health. Call 800-JEF-NOW or visit jeffersonhealth.org. How about that, John? McMahon's RBI single has tied that game up at 3 in Atlanta in the top of the 9th inning.
And they still have first and third?
Yeah, first and third. Actually, looks like second and third, but with 2 outs. As Iannetta struck out. But McMahon stole second base. So 2 outs, second and third for the Rockies.
Is that Kevin Gausman's their closer?
No, it's Brock. Brad Brock.
Oh, wow. They got him too?
Yeah. They made some trades, the Braves did, to get some bullpen help.
Yeah, they know that they've got a legitimate chance.
All right, so Victor Arano is on to face Austin Jackson, Jose Bautista, and Devin Mesoraco here in the top of the 8th inning. Phillies lead it by 5. And a first pitch on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
You ever think you'd see a time in your baseball life where Austin Jackson was hitting in the middle of the lineup in front of Jose Bautista?
No. Particularly this year.
Base hit. 2-run score.
Oh, wow. The Rockies have taken the lead.
5-3. Thank you, Colorado. This multitasking thing seems pretty easy.
Yeah, you look like you're right on top of it. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Every time a Phillies pitcher hits 95 or better, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. And a foul ball. Remains 1-2. Popped up over the Phillies dugout. Away. It's 2-2. Over to shortstop on one hop. Kingry's got it. And one away. Time for the Major League Notebook. Let's check in with Greg Murphy.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Brought to you by the University of Maryland, University College, and a couple of suspensions to talk about throughout the major leagues tonight. First up, Marlins' Jose Urena, who got 6 games for intentionally hitting Ronald Acuna Jr. the other night with a pitch. It was Wednesday night. It was the only pitch he threw in the game before being ejected from that game. He was obviously trying to send a message about how Acuna had been playing against them. He is expected to appeal that. And Yasiel Puig of the Dodgers also suspended today, 2 games for his part in the bench clearing brawl versus the Giants. Those 2 teams, guys, do not like each other very much, and they got 2 games. Just a little bit of a pushing and shoving match. Nick Hundley also got fined for his role, the catcher for the San Francisco Giants. He got fined. So 2 games for Puig and 6 for Urena tonight. Major League Baseball handing out those suspensions, guys.
Yeah, I wondered what Urena would get. So what they're basically giving him is 1 start, or 2 starts, I should say, because he lost out in his last one. He was thrown out after one pitch.
I think that's something that has to be addressed.
What's that?
Well, let's say Acuna charges the mound. He misses 6 games. Urena misses 1.
Correct.
And they probably would have skipped him anyway. So what? How's that fair?
There is every chance they would have skipped him. I agree with that.
But how's that fair?
No, I agree. Your
only recourse as a hitter is to go get him. Yeah. If you think you're getting thrown out intentionally, and if you go though, you're going to miss 6 games. The pitcher's only going to miss 1. It ain't fair.
As you said, if that.
Yeah.
Because Urena has not been good, so they may have just bypassed him anyway. Cesar's out in shallow center. He'll make the catch for the second out.
Like, shouldn't a pitcher get suspended for 3 starts?
Yeah, or at least 2, at least 10 days.
You want to stop it completely? When you suspend a pitcher, they're not allowed to bring anyone else up.
So make it a 24-man roster.
Make it a 24-man roster. That'll curtail that stuff. And the same way if a hitter charges them out.
Mesoraco takes in tight, and it's 1-0. The guys talked about it in Game 1 on Facebook, Ben and Todd Zeal, and it's been talked about a lot. The only person that I've heard defend what Urania did was Keith Hernandez, who was pretty steadfast in his defense of it. Down low, 2-0. Keith was in here today and was preparing to go on a radio interview to talk about it. He said, listen, I'm not going to say you drill him in the head. I'm saying you want to send a message. That's how we used to do it back when I played. Inside, 3-0.
And that's the way it was when we played, but times are different.
They are different.
You know, it's. I never understood it even when I played. Like, get him out.
Right.
Make better pitches.
Yeah, that's the way you cool him down.
Okay, let's just make a bunch of trash pitches and he hits home runs, and then let's hit him for hitting those home runs.
That's always been my feeling, is that
make a better pitch.
If you're that upset, then get the guy out.
Now, if he's leaning out over the plate, taking balls a foot outside and hooking them into left field bleachers, you know, as a right-handed hitter, yeah, straighten him up, but make better pitches. How many times in your career have you said, wow, that was an unbelievable pitch, but he gave up a home run on that pitch? Once, twice, maybe? In what, 18 years you've been doing this?
Yeah, if that. Ball 4. That one goes right on by Ramos. And Mesoraco walks for the second time tonight.
Okay, guys.
Oh, you threw me a hanging breaking ball. I'm going to try not to hit this out of the ballpark. Maybe I'll try to bloop it into right field.
Acuna, by the way, was back in the starting lineup tonight.
Good. And I know the Phillies are chasing the Braves and, you know, whatever, but you hate to see a guy get out, have to set out because of the issues of the pitcher.
Fouled away, and it's 1-1.
You know what Bob Gibson said, told the hitters? Half the plate's yours, half the plate's mine, but I'm not going to tell you which half is mine until I throw. So you got to guess. You want to lean out there. He decides that the inner half's his part. It's going to hurt.
Swing and a miss, 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a slider. No runs, no hits, and one man left. Middle of the 8th inning. The Phillies leading the Mets 9-4. This Saturday when the Phillies take on the Mets, it's a 4:05 first pitch, and it's IBEW Local 98 Jake Arrieta Snake Nickname T-shirt, which will be given out to fans 14 and under. There's Jake Arrieta. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. He is starting that ball game.
Wouldn't you think that Jake's chomping at the bit to get back out there after?
Yeah. After the San Diego game?
San Diego game, yeah.
Yes, I do think so. Swing and a miss by Cesar. Breaking ball. And it's 1-2. Well, this has been a nice bounce back for the Phils. 9 runs on 13 hits. Fly ball short left. Conforto will make the grab. I think what you said before too, John, is the Phillies didn't have to wait around for a couple of hours or even a day.
Yeah, that's
before they got to play this game.
Yeah, and you know, if it was the next day, it's not about the score. You know, it happens. It's about the way it all came about with the errors, the sloppy play. You know, that's what's more bothersome than giving up 24 runs. But what, Mark Leiter gave up
seven
unearned runs.
Right.
You know, that's the thing it's hard to get over. I mean, you get your butt kicked, you get your butt kicked. You know? But if you get your butt kicked, but it's sloppy, like ugly sloppy, out of boy Wilson.
3 hits for Ramos.
It's 3 a day, isn't he?
Yes, he is. You're talking about Leiter. Leiter is the first pitcher since Burley in 2015 with 1 inning pitched or fewer and 7 or more runs, all unearned.
Is that when Burley was in Toronto?
15. He's either Toronto or Miami.
Don't be afraid to smother one, huh?
0-1. He was with Toronto, John. Change up, and it's 0-2 to Williams.
How many hits did Nick have in the first game? 3?
Nick was 1 for 4 with an RBI, the home run. He has 2 in this game.
Yeah, 3 hits on the day. Make it 4, Nick.
To the right side, foul.
Saturday's a 4 o'clock game.
4 o'clock.
And then both teams head up to Williamsport.
Yeah, the Phillies are heading up early Sunday morning. Not sure what the Mets' plans are. That one's pulled sharply, caught out of the air by Mcneill, and they double up Wilson Ramos. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. The Phils are trying to finish off this doubleheader on a winning note. They'll try to do it when we come back in the top of the ninth. First game of the doubleheader, only on Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies post-game live. A lot to talk about, including Zach Eflin and his effort tonight. In some ways, you want to just forget about game number one. Now that you have a lead.
You haven't already?
I'm just saying that if they talk about it on Phillies post-game live, they'll talk about the 6 runs in the first 2 innings. Here's Yaxel Rios, who was just added to the roster today in between games of this doubleheader. John, the good news is if the Phillies do hang on tonight, they'll be a game and a half out.
Yep.
Because the Braves have lost 5-3 to the Rockies. Jake Arrieta, people helping people, donating some gum to the crowd.
Helping all the dentists in the Delaware Valley.
I think it's sugar-free. No, it doesn't look sugar-free. Here's Plawecki to pinch hit as we start the ninth. Two balls and 1 strike. A bouncer foul. Little tapper left to the mound. Yaxel has it on the backhand. And that goes right between the legs of Carlos Santana. Plawecki will get to second base. Well, that's the first error of the night for the Phillies. After committing 4 in the first game.
Yeah, they've cut that number down. What happened? I mean, tough throw, isn't it?
It was a tough throw. Mets couldn't do it earlier.
They're used to throwing it 60 feet 6 inches, not what, 30 feet, 40 feet.
Rosario takes up and in. It's 1-0. outside, 2-1. Away 2-2. So he got it 2-2 to the last batter. And now let's see what he's able to do at Rosario here. Mcneill is on deck. Sir Anthony is warming up. It's been kind of a wacky day. So
hey, unbelievable day.
I think that Gabe's thinking is right on. If there's any more trouble, let's get this game over with. Another one fouled. Reminder, we're starting earlier tomorrow, 6 o'clock on NBC Sports Philadelphia. That's because Old Dominion's after the game, the concert's after the game. Tomorrow we're on NBC 10.
And we will be joined by our greatest player in the history of the Phillies.
Yeah, Schmitty will be here. Outside, ball 4. So first and second. And now Mcneill. Here's Rick Kranitz coming out. "13 pitches for Yoxell, 6 balls, 7 strikes. Well, Sir Anthony's probably ready to go if they need to bring him in. There's the tip of the cap from Jim Gott. Get some wiggle room here.
A double play.
Double play would be beautiful.
We haven't
right
had
now.
one in a while, have we?
Fly ball left center field, playable for Roman Quinn. The runners tag, at least Plawecki does. The throw goes rightfully to second base.
Smart, Roman.
Double play remains in order.
A very smart play by Roman Quinn.
And now it's Conforto.
But, you know, with the 5-run lead, Santana's going to play behind Rosario, so a double play might be tough to turn with a. I don't know why Rosario's not running.
Yeah, not being held on.
Yeah. He might be tired from being on base all day.
Back toward the middle and a base hit into center field. Run scores. Rosario stops at second. 4 RBIs tonight for Conforto. 6 in the doubleheader, and here comes Gabe Kapler. It's a 9-5 ball game, and it is a save situation now with the tying run in the on-deck circle. So Seranthony Dominguez is going to come into the ball game with Wilmer Flores due up. The Oxel will be lifted. Phillies lead at 9-5. We'll be back to the ballpark right after this. Second. Phillies have already lost game 1 of this doubleheader, but they have a 4-run lead here in game number 2. And Wilmer Flores will face Seranthony Dominguez. Flores is 0 for 4. He's popped out. He's flied out twice and then popped out. Seranthony with an ERA of 2.32. He nailed the game down last night. That one's a little outside. 1-0.
About a 2-hopper to Kingry.
Two and 0.
This ain't going to be easy, is it?
I don't think so. I just think the way the day has gone, we can't expect it to be lock and step. We can hope. Off the end of the bat, that's going to drop for a hit. Another run will score. It's going to be a 9-6 ball game. Going to third base is Conforto. And that means the tying run is coming to the plate in Austin Jackson. Flores with an RBI. It's his 3rd of the day. First in this game.
Come on, Seranthony.
Austin Jackson 1 for 4, and he takes outside 1-0. The Phillies were helped out by the Rockies, who defeated the Braves. They came from behind to win it.
Just keep throwing that thing.
Pulls that one foul. One and two. Swing and a miss. He went fishing after a slider. And there are 2 outs here in the 9th inning. And now Jose Bautista.
He threw that hard cutter, to get to 2 strikes, and then the slider. Austin Jackson will chase with 2 strikes, gets aggressive, use that against him.
And now Bautista takes inside. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Two.
Maybe 1 slider here just to see for a chase, and then go
it's
right
so
back.
Late on the fastball.
Get right back up there.
A long day of baseball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. They do throw a fastball that cuts, and it's 2-2. It's a long day of baseball for the Phillies. It began inauspiciously in game 1. Now they're trying to win game 2. Check swing. Let's appeal it. No swing. 3-2. Runner will go from first.
I go fastball up.
Three and 2. Flores, a walking lead off first, takes off. Swing and a miss. He got him. They throw him a slider, and you can finally breathe a breath of fresh air because the Phillies have hung on and defeated the Mets 9-6 to split this doubleheader. After playing what was their worst game of the year, truly, in game 1, they came back firing in game number 2. Got a solid pitching performance from Zach Eflin. And they were able to win the nightcap. Really hang on in the nightcap.
Yeah, they did.
9-6.
Did what they had to do to win it, though.
Our W. Mason deliveries of the game. First, it's Rhys Hoskins.
Yeah, after giving up 2 runs in the first inning, did Zach Eflin on 3 consecutive doubles. He kept them right there. Rhys Hoskins with the big 3-run homer to give him the lead that they never relinquished. And then Scotty Kingry, change up by Steven Matz. He gets out in front of it, hooks it down the left field line for a home run to put the Phillies up by 2. And Scotty Kingry is down on the field with Murph, pitcher hitter extraordinaire.
We'll talk about the hitting first, and you know what? You get the home run tonight, the 6th one of the season for you. But you know, more importantly, get out to an early lead in game number 2. How important was it to jump out to that early lead?
Yeah, you know, in the top of the first, they put a couple on the board, and you know, it was big for Rhys to come back with that 3-run shot there in the first and put us on top, and then from there, Eflin settled in and did a real nice job.
When you have a game like you guys did in game number 1, it happens in baseball, but the beauty is you're able to put it right behind you. What was the conversation like in the clubhouse in that short 25 minutes between the 2 games? I
mean, it was quick. We didn't have much time. Everyone went in there, ate some food and got right back out here. And usually you have to wait a day, but fortunately for us, we got to get right back on the field and try to get back in the win column.
You get the start in game number 2. You've been coming off the bench as well. Have you made any adjustments? Have you had to make any adjustments with the way the role has changed a little bit for you?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. Obviously coming off the bench late in games, and it's just about staying ready and finding a way to stay ready, and for pinch run, pinch hit, whatever it is, and I've had to kind of adjust some things and just to stay ready.
I got to ask you, how's your arm feel after that pitching performance?
I don't know. I was throwing some heat out there, so it's a little bit sore.
Go get some ice on that arm. We might need it. Scott, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Guys, back upstairs.
All right, Murph. Thank you very much. Our Chevrolet player of the game. Well, it was right under Zach Eflin. Not only did they need the offense, but John, they needed a good starting performance.
Yeah, they did, and it looked like it was going to be a rough one for Zach. It looked like the Mets were just going to continue to pound the baseball, but after that first inning, he settled in and was really good. And vintage Zach Eflin. You know, he got ahead in the strike zone down, and then he works his way up with the fastball, and he got some strikeouts with it, and big strikeouts and big outs with that elevated fastball. And what the Phillies needed was a really good pitch game. Zach Eflin delivered it.
Well, here's the final out. They get Jose Bautista, represented the tying run to take game 2. They split the doubleheader. We'll be back to recap it and wrap it up.